Hello everybody and welcome back to SimFly News. This is Roberto Capodieci, SimFly spokesperson, and I'm here to bring you all the news, everything that is happening on SimFly on a weekly basis. And I can also answer all your questions. So if you have a question, go to the SimFly website in the Ask Me Anything section and post your question. Let's get started. This week I'm gonna show you something, how to upgrade your license. This is a sneak preview, it's not active yet, but I want to show you the procedure. Last week I show you how to activate your license, and this week I'm gonna show you how to upgrade your license. Meaning that when you have enough experience points that you are collecting already now by flying and you put them in a license, if those experience points are enough, you can already upgrade your license to the next rank. So there are 10 levels to go from a new license to a license that can be upgraded. And for each level, there are certain amount of experience point necessary. So if you have collected enough experience point, that's why you should fly a lot now, you will be able, as soon as 9th of September, we launch the PAX token, to upgrade your license immediately so you can start earning a lot of more PAX token compared to those people that have not flown enough and not collected enough experience point. So let's get started and let me show you all the procedure for upgrading your license. First of all, you need to go in the setting area of the website, and in the setting area you go to choose the active settings menu. Here you can find your license that you have activated previously. Again, this is a sneak preview, it's not there yet, but the 9th of September is gonna be there. So, as you can see, there is underneath a bar, they show you how many levels the license is at. And if it's full at the complete 10 levels, then the button to upgrade is going to open. So understand this, if you have enough experience point, the bar that you see underneath is going to be at the end, and this is gonna mean that you can upgrade. In fact, the button on the bottom is blue, you can click it, and when you click it, you are in the procedure to upgrade your license. And this is a nice page that opens. It shows you how many PAX token you need to do the upgrade. And it shows also which is your balance of PAX token. So if you have enough PAX token, then means that you'll be able to do the upgrade. You can read all the information about the license upgrade on the left side, okay? There is even a link that goes to the wiki. So you can check that and you can read. You can see on the bottom that the current license is the pilot license cadet. Okay, that is the one that is by default as soon as you get is the first rank, and he has already 10 level of experience point collected. The experience point are attached to the license. They're never gonna be burned, spent. They're still with the license. So if you want to go then upgrade to the next rank, you still need the accumulation of the experience point for rank 1 and all, okay? So experience point only increase, they never decrease, but they cannot be transferred from a license to another, cannot be transferred from an asset to another. So this is the amount of experience point that are enough to do the upgrade. And you're gonna see in the middle what this upgrade means. You can earn 20% more of PAX when you fly with the license of the next rank, which is the student pilot rank, okay? So let's say by incredible, if you go in SimFly website, you go to see the sky ranking, you will see that there are some pilots that they already flew so much and they are loaded of experience point. When they activate their license, they will be able to upgrade not only to the second rank, but they can upgrade to the third or fourth rank because they have so many experience points that are going in their license, okay? So here you see that you will be upgrading in our demo case that I'm showing you to the level 1 only of the pilot license student pilot, which is the second rank of the licenses. So in this case, means that if you agree and press the button upgrade now, you will be able then to have an active license of the second rank. At this point, it's important you accept the term and condition. You see that you have enough packs to the upgrade, and you press the upgrade now button. At this point, you see that you have now your license at the new rank, which is written there, is the student pilot. What level it is, because remember, if you had a lot of experience point, maybe after the upgrade you are already a level 3, 4, up to 10 level that you need to be able to then upgrade to the next rank again. You can see how many packs you spent for the upgrade, and then the balance of the packs that are left in your wallet. Something important to understand is how the progress bar works, okay? So as I said before, there are many ranks an asset can go through, okay? So the license, it goes in different ranks, every upgrade until you are a captain. But to move from a rank to the other, you need to go through many levels, which means that based on the experience point you collect, you have a license of a different level. When you buy a fresh new license, it's gonna be level 1, is the first license, cadet. As soon as you increase your experience point, the level of this license goes level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and the bar, the blue bar that you see on the bottom, show how much is missing, not to the upgrade to the new rank, but much is missing to go to the next level. Okay, so once you have 10 level completed, you're 10 out of 10, then you can upgrade. Okay, so again, if somebody had so many experience points because you've been flying a lot before we activate the license, probably after the first upgrade to the next rank, the license is going to be already a level 10 out of 10, ready to be upgraded one more time, and so on and so forth. Okay, at this point you can click on your assets, and this is going to bring you in the section of the website where you can see your assets. Here, as you can see, the license has been upgraded, is an active license, and it shows how many experience points are attached to the license, which means that you already bring the license up with the levels, and then on the road to be able to be upgraded to the next rank. As you can see, the license have the small number, there is no more the 1, but is the 2, and that represent the rank, not the level. So pay attention, the big difference between ranks and level. Level goes 1 to 10 to go to the next rank. The ranks are the 1, 2, 3 that you see in the license up there, and represent the amount of packs that the license produces when it's used by flying, and they have different names. Now, if you go in your logbook, you'll be able to see your license even here, and you can see, as we said, that it reflects the information. So if you don't want to go in your setting page to see the status of your license, you can go through the logbook and see your asset there. There you're gonna see the current state of your license. And that's pretty much everything about upgrading a license. One more time, this is not something that is active at the moment. It will be active when we launch the PAX token, the 9th of September, finger crossed if everything goes well, okay? And obviously, as soon as we launch the PAX token, you need to earn some PAX token in order to do the license upgrade to the next rank. So you will have a lot of experience points, see how much you can go on with the upgrades, but you will need still to fly in order to earn enough PAX token to do the upgrade. And I want to tell you also, the number that you see in my demo are just examples. So don't take it as an actual amount that you need to pay for the upgrade, because it can be very different. Okay, the upgrade of the license, unless we change things, can only be paid with PAX tokens. So the exact same day that we activate the PAX, you will need to fly a little bit, earn the PAX token, and then you can upgrade your license to earn even more PAX token when you fly. Now let's move to Ask Me Any Questions, the AMA section, question answer about SimFly. The first question comes from Igor MSK. It's being asked July 29, 2024, and it has 8 votes. Okay. Question says, I have a license, a plane, and 2 airports. Is that all I need to maximize my PAX earnings? It is okay for SimFly if I fly only between my 2 airports. The idea is to have all my asset earning at the same time. Or can I motivate other pilots to fly to my airports? Well, let's see. This is a good question, because we should think what we should do to make the best of SimFly and to earn the most of the PAX. You have your airports too, takeoff and landing, your airplane and your license, and you can go back and forward as many times as you want to earn all the PAX you can earn. There is nothing against this. It's not a cheating, it's a legitimate use of SimFly, and you can do. You need to know a few things, okay? So first of all, obviously, more you do it, more not only you earn PAX with the airports, with the airplane, and with your license, but you also earn experience point for your airport, for your airplane, and for the license, which means that at a certain point you can use the PAX token you have earned, not all, but some of them, to upgrade your asset. So you're gonna have the grade of the airport goes up, so they're gonna be up 1, and they're gonna make more PAX when you, but anybody else, also land or take off from there. Same things for the airplane, and obviously also for your license. Obviously that more airplane you have, if other people rent them and use them, you have passive income. Means that if you have 2 airplanes, one you use, the other leave it for rental, and people use it, then you earn. At the same time, if you have more airport, more people land, more you do. There is another aspect that is interesting. When we create missions, missions require pilot to leave from a certain airport and land to another one. We set up the algorithm so that the airports that are going to be chosen for missions are those that are owned by users. Okay, so we avoid the mission to start or end in airports that are owned by SimFly. We also are going to try to prioritize airports where there are several airplanes that are for rent from other users, so that people that don't have an airplane can use an airplane of another user, and so this other user is going to have an income as well. So, but obviously, if nobody has purchased yet an airport of a certain level, like a certain dimension, then those at the beginning are going to be SimFly airports. So the landing and taking off from those airports are not going to provide PAX to any user. But some mission require for a certain airplane to land in airports that are big enough. You cannot land a Boeing 737 in a small grass strip airport behind home, right? Another things that is important to do, if you organize an event at your airport, for example, if it's a small airport, can be like a vintage airplane, old airplanes, rather than everybody that has a particular Cessna, and then you use the airport to do some other things. You can invite people to come to your airport, and this is gonna create income for you. Another aspect is that the landing and takeoff PAX that an airport earn are given by the length of the flight to arrive there. Which means if I have two airports that are like 20 meters one from the other, they are not going to make a lot of bucks. But if I have two airports that require like 1 hour flight to get to the other one, or 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, then the amount of bucks the airport makes when somebody lands after a long flight is more. And this is also something important. So inviting people that fly from far away, it's a good thing for your airport to make a good income. So these are all the things that you can do to maximize your PAX income. And, there is nothing that stops people from trying all the ways to make their asset to earn the most PAX. So I hope this answer your question. If didn't fully, ask again. I'm gonna try to reply with a more precise indication. Question number 2 is being asked by Starvan, the 1st of August 2024, as 5 votes. And the question goes, although it's a bit premature to think about this, what will happen if a small group of users monopolize the game? That is because they fly for too long, they could earn more PAX quickly and buy the best assets before many others who cannot fly very often and earn PAX at the same rate. And believe that monopoly will not benefit anyone and would harm SimFly financial system. Well, this is a very particular question because, like in life, there are people that invest more, people that work harder, and they earn more. The assets that are limited are the airports, but airplanes, licenses come and go. Some models of airplane are more available than others, but in general, there always are things to get. I will say that the power is not only the one to buy more, but is to grow. So if I buy 100 airplanes and they never fly, they're gonna be always level 1, earn very little PAX whenever they're gonna be used. But at the same time, I may meet with maintenance costs, other things to keep them active. Same with airport. If I buy 100 airports but nobody flies to those airports, it's not convenient. So there is a borderline. It's like if you open a restaurant, okay, and there are no clients coming in, but you still need to pay the rent, you still need to pay the salary of the people working there. So there is a break-even point where things are convenient to have rather than not. And this stops the monopoly, if you want, of people then want to buy everything. Because if they buy everything and there is no use of this everything, they are the one that get punished at a certain point. So the system is set so it grows slowly by the amount of people that participate. And if somebody wants to, let's say he's starting a virtual airline, so he wants to have several airports, many airplanes to give it to their pilots and all, he will need to have a functioning virtual airline. Because if this virtual airline doesn't work, then automatically is not generating any revenue, and it's actually generating costs that the person cannot afford to pay, which doesn't mean that we go negative, but the item, the asset, is disabled from being used until the maintenance, whatever it is settled. So I do believe that action of monopolizing will not happen. On the other hand, if somebody flies a lot, earns more than somebody flies less. That's unavoidable because that's what life is about, right? So if somebody also buy a lot of assets now and make them grow correctly, it's going to be advantage because in the later time you can resell them. The power of a limited asset like the airport is that no asset can lose value. They can only increase the value. Because an asset starts at the level 1 and little that it can be used can only grow up, can only pile up more experience points. Because the experience points are attached to the asset and they're never going to be born, consumed ever. So when you have an airport, and even you don't use it, or an airplane, but a little bit that is used is going to accumulate experience point, is going to go up of level, can be upgraded to the next rank, and this make the asset more valuable, which means that later on can be sold. So more than try to monopolize the game, the people that has a very great advantage are the people that are in the early days. So people that is in now, that know about SimFly now, have the opportunity to get a set from SimFly Bank, which means they are level 0 and the minimum cost, because after that everything is going to just become more valuable. So when there are scarcity of airports of level 1, then people will start need to pay more. So I would say that investing in a smart way for the long term with SimFly can be an idea. It's not a suggestion I'm giving, it's just a mathematical function that I'm elaborating in my head. But trying to own everything without having the possibility to make it function in use is not a strategy that works well for the users. So I guess this answers your question. Try to fly more. If you want to do long flight that earn more bucks, you don't have enough time, you can have a friend that is also a simmer and offer him a remote access to your computer, so you guys can take shift. Maybe 2 hours you do, then you go out, your friend connect, keep flying for another 2 hours, then you come back. So these things are okay for us. There is no problem. What is important that the rules in the flight are respected. That's it. Okay. So let's move to next question, which is the third question for today. Is being asked by Kindra. Kindra is an active questioner. We love a lot of questions from Kindra. Thank you very much, Kindra, for doing this. He has 5 votes. Is being asked the 10th of August 2024. The question is, will it be possible to split asset payments between PAX and US dollar, or must the entire purchase price be paid using a single currency? So for instance, if I want to buy a 400 USD PAX airplane, could I pay using 200 US dollar and 200 PAX? Well, the answer is yes. At the checkout, item that can be purchased in US dollar and PAX can be purchased using a mix of the two. So if you, let's say, have earned I don't know, 140 packs, and there is a 200 US dollar packs things, you can use your packs and cover the difference with US dollars, with the payment through PayPal or whatever else. So this is important. There are things though that can only be paid with packs, and there are things that can only be paid with US dollar. Those are not assets, but are things in game functioning. For example, upgrade of the license of the airport, upgrade of a set, or participation to some mission, etc., etc. Those are usually only done with packs. But boosters for the users to double the earning of experience point, things like that. There are people that can subscribe for a monthly incentive, a monthly. There are a lot of things we are preparing. Those are more done with the US dollars. But the assets that are sold in US dollar packs can be bought using a mix of the two. And we are working in the checkout page. Probably in the next week you're gonna see some strange stuff when you go to the checkout. Is because we are preparing and activating the possibility to mix and pay also with packs. You will not be able to do it because you don't have any packs until you start earning them, but by the time you start earning, we should be ready to allow you to check out paying with packs, dollar, and mix of the two currencies. Okay, last question for today is question number 4, asked by Dabouler. I hope to know if I'm saying it correct. Is Dabouler a French name or Daboulair if it's Italian? I don't know. He has 4 votes, as being asked the 20th of July 2024. And he asked, what helps an airport to get more experience point and level up? Is it based on how many people choose to fly to the airport? That does not seem to make sense, since you cannot control how many people fly to an airport. So what would be the point of buying an airport that was not popular? Well, the earning impacts and the piling up of experience point for an airport is just based on landing and takeoff of pilots. In the unrestricted flight mission, the quantity of experience point of packs depends on how many people lands in the airport. But in other missions, as I was saying to reply to another question that I replied today, SimFly has an algorithm that set mission to take off and fly from airport that are owned by users. This should help, because think about it. Little amount of user for SimFly means little amount of airport that are owned by users, and so the traffic should be this. More user in SimFly, more airports, it should not make much difference, right? Because the amount of users should grow proportionally, right? And if a user abandons SimFly and abandons everything, automatically after a while the airport gets disabled. Means that is not maintained, is not supported, so it will end up not being selected for flights. So in this way there should be an incentive to get user to fly to and from airports that, even if they are not very popular or famous, but they are owned by other users, because some mission requires user to fly to a certain airport or from a certain airport. So in this way, having more airport will generate in fact more income to the user through the assets. Paying attention that if an airport level goes up, it makes more packs. So let's say you have a very small airport, category 1 airport, okay, and this is level 10. Then you have a category 3 airport, but this is level 1. Probably the small one is making more packs because it's being leveled up much more. Okay, so sometimes it's important how the asset grows. Okay, higher category airport makes more packs by default, but they also need to be leveled up to a higher level to produce good quantity of packs. So even smaller airport of a small category, if they have a lot of level, they can generate more packs. The fact is, how many airplane is like the timer with a license. A license can produce packs for a certain amount and experience point of hour per week. More the level goes up, more is the hour that the license is going to be allowed to produce experience point and packs. At the same time, an airport, an airplane, they work in the same way. So when they are small level, they are monetizing for a certain amount of flight hours for the airplane or landing and takeoff for the airport. Higher the level, higher the monetization that is done for more users. So if let's say there is 1,000 landing and takeoff per day, based on the level is going to be more experience point and more packs, because exactly like with the timer for the license, that's what is going to be monetized. I hope this answered your question, and for everybody, thank you for watching. Stay tuned, come back next week, there are gonna be more interesting news, and SimFly, take off and get more.